Hi, you guys. This is Jaden Pictures here. This is Jaden talking here. And today in this video, I will be doing this unique type of list that I've had in mind to do. Okay, so have you ever had one of those animated episodes that you really like, that you really enjoy, yet a lot of other people seem to hate that episode? Well, that I'll be doing in this video is about the animated episodes that I really like, that I really enjoy. Yet I've seen a lot of other people, yet many other people seem to hate these episodes. Like, I've seen these episodes get hate by other people on YouTube and stuff, and yeah, I feel they get more hate than deserved. I feel that all these episodes are underrated and overhated. So yeah, in this video, I'll be randomly going over what are four animated episodes that I really like, that I really enjoy, yet a lot of other people seem to hate them. Yep, a lot of other people seem to hate these episodes. Okay, so I will get this to start, but before I do so, I do want to make some things clear. Okay, so yeah, first of all, I'm going to get the spoiler alert out of the way. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, in case if you haven't seen any of the episodes in case if there's any episode on this list that you haven't seen and you don't want to get spoiled, yeah, it's probably best you just click off the video right now. And yes, guys, also, yes, I know, while I do feel these episodes are underrated and overhated and get too much hate, yes, I do understand that people have the rights to their own opinion, and they can like what they want to like and hate what they want to hate. I get it. But that still doesn't mean that I can't share what my opinions are on things I think are overhated or overrated and all that stuff. But that also means that I shouldn't be too mean. That I shouldn't be too mean or go too over the top when sharing those opinions. I understand that people have the rights to their own opinions, but that still doesn't mean I can't share my opinion on what I think are underrated or overrated. Okay. But yeah, I do understand that people have the rights to their own opinion. And if you guys have any animated episodes that you really like, but a lot of other people seem to hate, feel free. You can tell me in the comment section down below. And with all that being said, and another thing is that there can only be one episode per franchise. One episode per franchise. And yeah, with all that being said, let me get this list started. Okay. So kicking this list off is episode 46 of Dragon Ball Super. Yep, the episode that's all about Goku fighting the duplicate Vegeta. Okay. Now, I remember watching this episode over 4 years ago off of an Adult Swim recording with my older brother Jacob, and I was really enjoying the episode. I really had fun watching the episode. Watching Goku and the duplicate Vegeta duke out against each other with other characters like Vegeta, Goten, and Trunks, to name a few. Watching the action, and I was watching it with my older brother, and he didn't really seem to enjoy the episode that much at all. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, and in fact, he was doing like pretty negative commentary towards the episode. Like at the scene where Goku kills off Copy Vegeta with the Kamehameha, he was like, "Why would you wait to use Kamehameha?" Yeah, a lot of people hate this episode because, okay, for one thing, it's a filler episode. It's one of those anime filler episodes. And yeah, a lot of people hate anime filler. And I understand why people hate anime filler, which is why I can understand why people would hate on this episode, because it's anime filler with like. This episode is part of like a little anime filler saga for Dragon Ball Super. That it's like a saga about Vegeta, about a weird copy of Vegeta, and yeah, it's something that takes place in between the Universe 6 tournament arc and the Future Trunks arc. And yeah, a lot of people hate this filler arc, but for me, I really enjoyed this filler arc. I thought it was really fun and enjoyable. Seeing Goku, Goten, and Trunks fight against the duplicate Vegeta, having to deal with the duplicate Vegeta. And this episode's no exception. This is definitely my favorite episode of the saga, and honestly, probably my favorite episode of all of Super. I think it's a really fun watch, a good recommendation for Dragon Ball fans. Well, maybe unless if they hate Super, yeah. For me, while I like Dragon Ball Super, I do agree that it's not as good as Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Z Kai. Yeah, I think Super was better, when it was when it was new, like when new episodes were being released of the sub, or when new episodes of the dub were being released off of Adult Swim. Like, I'm not saying I don't like Super anymore. No, I still like Super, but I don't think I like it as much as I did back then. But I still like Super, and this episode is no exception. I really like this episode with Goku and duplicate Vegeta fighting against each other, and the actions. It's a really fun episode to watch, in my opinion. And yeah, it was really cool, and I really liked how this episode aired right after Cartoon Network did the Adventure Time finale marathon that one day. That was really cool. Adventure Time and Dragon Ball back to back with each other like that. Awesome. This is an awesome episode. It's a great episode and definitely one of my favorite Dragon Ball episodes. Okay, moving on. Next episode on the list is Do Me a Solid from Regular Show. Okay, now, yeah. I've always really liked this episode. And I always thought it was funny how Rigby was, going out on Mordecai with the 10 solids and all that stuff. But yeah, a lot of people hate this episode because it's mean-spirited, the way Rigby's been doing the solids with Mordecai. Okay, let me just say that I am so sick and tired of the mean-spirited excuse constantly being used in the cartoon community. Seriously, I am so sick and tired of it. I'm sorry if I'm being too mean here, but I am so sick and tired of the mean-spirited excuse being used in the cartoon community, being used to crud on kids' cartoons. It's really, really annoying. I mean, come on. Come on, I don't want to be too mean here, but come on, we have like teens and adults out there who don't even have the strength to deal with kids' cartoons being mean-spirited at a family-friendly level. Come on, this episode's really good. I mean, yeah, it's mean-spirited, but it's not like modern Family Guy mean-spirited. It's a really good episode. I think it's a really funny episode how Rigby's been throwing all the solids at Mordecai and how their friendship comes, and I like that little twist at the end where their friendship is over, but then Rigby makes it up to Mordecai for destroying that embarrassing tape of Mordecai. I think that's a nice, touching friendship moment. And I also find the episode funny too, not just with the solids thing, but I also think Muscle Man was funny in the episode. Yeah, I think this is a really enjoyable episode, and yeah, maybe it's not top 10 regular show episodes, but it's a really good one for me, and I think it deserves to be on the list. Okay, moving on. Next up is Sorry Wrong Ed from Ed, and Eddy. Okay, I remember back in late 2018 when I saw Jim Reviews' review on this episode of Ed, and Eddy, Sorry Wrong Ed, and I heard him hate on this episode and say it was terrible because, it's mean-spirited and it involves Double D acting out of character. And yeah, and again, with that mean-spirited thing, I'll be honest with you guys, I used to be soft with the mean-spirited thing, kind of like these other guys in the Carson community, but now I grew out of it. Yeah, now I'm really tired of seeing that mean-spirited excuse be used in the Carson community. So yeah, I saw Jim Reviews' review video on this episode. Yeah, and I heard him say it was bad, and then I went to go check out the episode myself off of YouTube, and I didn't think it was half bad at all. I thought it was really enjoyable. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny slapstick. Yeah, Double D did act like a jerk there, but I think that was a good joke they were going for. Have Double D act out of character and act like a jerk to Eddy when he usually acts more supportive towards Eddy like that, despite the fact that Eddy is a big jerk to Double D. And plus, even if Double D was a jerk to Eddy, wouldn't you say that that's good revenge on Eddy for Eddy being a jerk to Double D? I mean, come on, because Eddy's a big jerk in the show. Don't you think that that's good revenge on Eddy? I mean, sure, yeah, he might have done that many mean things in this episode, but still, wouldn't you think that's good revenge on Eddy? Now, I'm not saying I'm not hanging on Eddy for being mean-spirited or anything. No, I love Eddy for being mean-spirited. But wouldn't you say that's good revenge on Eddy? Yeah, I also thought Ed was pretty funny in the episode too, and Rolf was pretty funny in the episode too, trying to bury that cursed cell phone. Yeah, I think this is a really funny slapstick episode. Yeah, and I remember Watch Mojo put it on their top 10 Ed and Eddy episodes list, and I don't blame them. I think it's a really good episode. Maybe it's not top 10 Ed and Eddy episodes, but I don't blame them for putting it on top 10. It's a really good episode in my opinion. And by the way, that list of Watch Mojos is a really good list in my opinion. I'll put it in the description below if you want to check it out. And I'll put that Jim Reviews video I was talking about in the description below as well. But yeah, I think this is a really good and funny slapstick episode. And yeah, again, maybe it's not top 10 Ed and Eddy episodes, but I think it's a really enjoyable episode. Okay, now moving on. Last episode on the list is I Only Have Surprise for You from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Now, I have always loved this episode. And to me, it's easily one of the most underrated episodes of Foster's. Not the most underrated. No, I think that medal goes to Everyone Knows It's Bendy. But this episode, oh my gosh, this episode's so underrated. I love this episode. I love the plot of this episode with, with Mac thinking that it's his birthday. He doesn't want to get embarrassed on his birthday again. And yeah, the Blue and the others do this big birthday prank on Mac and all that stuff. Yeah, I really like this episode, I really like the plot of this episode, how Mac is sick and tired of Blue and others humiliating him when Blue throws Mac a party and all that stuff. Yeah, and he tries to stop a party that was really meant for a boy named Artie who was really just Madam Foster in disguise. And by the way, I love that Artie character. Yes, he was just Madam Foster in disguise, but I still thought he was pretty funny. How he was talking about how he's 4 years old and all that stuff. And oh my gosh, I love the 4-year-old quotes in this episode. 4 years old. especially at this line right here. Bye, mailman. I'm 4 years old. That's awesome. That is pure gold. Easily the funniest thing about this episode. This episode is so good. But again, like the last two episodes I was just talking about, it's hated on because it's mean-spirited. Because it was a really mean prank for Blue to do that prank on Mac. Yeah. come on, guys, come on. We can act more mature than that. We shouldn't be this soft over kids' cartoons being mean-spirited like this. Come on. Again, I'm not trying to be too mean or bias to anyone, but come on, guys, come on. Can we seriously have more strengths when it comes to this stuff? Can we please have more strengths when it comes to this stuff? Because I'm really getting sick and tired of people using that mean-spirited excuse in the cartoon community. I think it really needs to stop. I think we really need to grow up. I'm so sick and tired of people hating on cartoon episodes for being mean-spirited when they're being mean-spirited at a family-friendly level. I think it really needs to stop. I think this is a really great episode, and it would possibly make top 10. I think I would put it on my top 10 Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends episodes, which isn't a list I plan on doing at anytime soon, but I can imagine me wanting to do that list one of these days. But yeah, I think this was a really good episode. It's really, really underrated, and yeah, definitely worth a watch for Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends fans, if you ask me. Yeah, I really like this episode. It has really good character interactions, really good comedy, and all that stuff, and I feel it so deserves to be on this list. And that's all for this list, you guys. Now, of course, these aren't all the animated episodes that I feel are underrated or overhated. There's obviously some other animated episodes that could have been on this list too, but I think 4 is good enough. So yeah. These 4 animated episodes are all episodes that I really like but feel get too much hate and feel are underrated. So yeah, again, guys, if you have any episodes, do you guys have any animated episodes that you really like but a lot of other people seem to hate? If so, you can feel free to tell me in the comment section down below. I'd be interested in knowing what animated episodes there are you guys really like that everyone else seems to hate. Yeah, I would be interested in knowing about that. And again, guys, I know I might have been acting pretty mean in this video, but again, I do understand that people have the rights to their own opinions and all that stuff, and we shouldn't hate on other people for having different opinions like that, because because at the end of the day, would it really be fun if everyone had the same opinion on everything? No, it wouldn't. But yeah, again, these are still episodes that I feel really underrated and are really overhated, and I felt like sharing my opinion on all these, like, in my opinion, classic gem episodes, in my opinion. Yeah, and yeah, I feel these episodes are really underrated and overhated, and yeah, of course, I do understand that people have the rights to their own opinions, but this still doesn't mean I can't, I can't share my opinions on other people's opinions, but of course, that does mean that I still shouldn't be too mean about it. So yeah, guys, that's all for this video, and for the last time in this video, if you guys have any animated episodes that you really like that a lot of other people seem to hate, feel free to tell me in the comment section down below if you want. And yeah, that's all for the video, you guys. Bye, everyone, and thank you all for watching this video.